Okay, so I'm finally back. The new pressure switch for my rear brake light came in. I ordered 2 of them because I wasn't sure of my thread count, and I just matched the new one up to the old one, and I got the correct thread count. So it turns out I was the 1.5, I suppose, or 1.25. I can't remember what the other one was. But the electrical connections were not the same as the connection I had, so I clipped the ends off the new pressure switch and I spliced them in with the original electrical connection from the bike. It doesn't matter which wire you put to the leads, because either way the circuit will close. But if you're curious and you want to find which of the prongs is your positive, you can take a voltmeter like I did, and since your bike runs on a 12 volt DC system, put it to 20, turn your key on, and connect your positive to each ground and to each prong in turn, while you hold your negative over the ground here, and the positive will give you a 12 volt reading, while the negative will give you like less than 1. So then the first thing I actually ended up doing was actually putting the new pressure switch in the brake system. I pulled the old one off right here and unscrewed this nut. It's good to do this with the wire already disconnected on the other end. That way you don't twist the wire up too much and end up tearing it at a spot you don't want to. So I unscrewed all this, pulled the old switch out, pulled the old wire out, put the new switch in with some washers. You just put the new washers in the same way the old ones were. And once the new switch was in, I wanted to be able to test it. To make sure that the switch was going to operate properly, I had to make sure that the brake system had no air in it. So I took my vacuum pump here. As you can see, it has some brake fluid in it. And connected one end to the bleed port. The bleed port on my brake system is right here. You just take a little wrench to it, crack it open, shut it finger tight, put the suction of the vacuum pump over the bleed port, pump it up to 20 inches of mercury vacuum, and slowly suck out the air through that port while making sure to top off your brake fluid in this cylinder right here. And just make sure before you start pumping, it's a good idea to pump the brakes a few times, make sure that it gets the fluid flowing. And once you stop seeing air bubbles coming out of your brake line, you shut this bad boy, disconnect the pump, make sure your fluids are at the right level, your brake fluid. Once the brake system was primed, I made sure that the new switch worked by just temporarily holding the wires together and stepping on the brake pedal, and the brake lit up. Then I went ahead and spliced in the new electrical connection for the new switch. And as you can see, that's where I am. Everything's spliced in and is connected using the old fitting. I turned my key on. You see the bike now has power. You can see my brake light. There's my pedal right there. Stepping on it. Light off, light on, light off, light on. And it works perfectly. The new switch is installed and operational. And once again, I got the replacement switch off of motosport.com. And it's pretty cheap. It's like $20. Alrighty, see you guys later.